Hey, and welcome, folks. It's a beautiful Tuesday, and I am spending some time with my family. We did some wonderful yard work. We got our yard mowed. I talk about that a little bit in this video. Got the cars washed. I talk about that a little bit in this video too. What's this video all about today? Well, again, I'm spending some time with the family. I didn't want to get crazy, and I wanted to show you, one, I was trying out some new camera angles, so I hope you like those, and I hope the sound was better. I have a lapel mic coming as well. And two, I had showed you our trip to Harold's Market, and I'm going to continue to show you that trip as a comparison as versions roll out. But weirdly enough, the full self-driving Amos has a hard time with some of the simplest things just on our drive home. And that's a couple turns off of our main road commercial, and then from another main road 12th onto an ancillary road, Anacopper. So why don't you join me as I take you on this real short trip and show you how FSD does, trying just to get us home. And I will also repeat this as well, folks, as a way of kind of benchmarking and showing how the versions improve. So why don't you come along, join me on this FSD drive. It's brief, and let me know what you think in the comments. And again, if you enjoy this content and you want to watch FSD develop and improve, give me a subscribe, give me a notification ring bell, and just like the heck out of these videos. I'm going to warn you, I do use some bad language once at the end of this video, so just be on the lookout for that. Hey, thank you, and have a great day. Hey, well, welcome. You're joining me on my drive home. This is the main drag, and there we go. We just had to do an intervention. This is my main drag home every day, going down Commercial Street, and we turn on to what's known as 12th. And the car always struggles with this left turn. It never wants to seem to get in the lane. And as well as it did on the drive to Harold's that I recorded, I want you to see that it doesn't, see what it's doing? It's trying to get out of this lane. It struggles with these left-hand turn lanes. So I thought I would let you come along with me and see how it does on this short drive home. So join me, won't you, as we watch poor Amos struggle to make a left-hand turn. Yeah, isn't this animation just the coolest? So what we're looking at on the screen, folks, right, is what the car is seeing and thinking. So it is looking at what is actually going on around it and then displaying it here on our screen. So we're going to sit at this red light for a minute and wait until the car tries to make its left-hand turn. Ooh, there's another Tesla. Same color too. I'm glad they made this color free. I absolutely loved it. I would have paid for it too, but when I heard they were making it free, I was like, hey, guess what, Nicole? This is the color we're getting. And she was like, yeah, no, that's cool. Because I have a really great wife, folks. Really great wife. All right, here we go. We're making our turn. All right, now see, that wasn't a terrible left-hand turn. It's not the turn itself that is the biggest problem typically. It's just getting into the lane to make the turn. And I found, depending on the circumstances, if the car, say, is following another car that then goes into that lane, it will sometimes accomplish it, sometimes not. So it's really just kind of hit or miss, but I have seen continuous improvement. It does at least get into the left-hand turn lane. Just a little early. It wants to get in late, I guess you could say. It wants to be at the head of the lane, and it doesn't realize you can cut in way back and then drive down the lane for a ways if it's starting to fill up. The rest of this drive is pretty standard. The car takes it pretty easy. I mean, it's a big, wide, well-marked road, so it's not real hard. But up here, in about 2 miles, is a left-hand turn onto Anacopper. And that left-hand turn, again, always gives the car a hard time. If there is nobody approaching and there's nobody in front of us, then it will typically get into the left-hand lane. But if there's any cars approaching, or if there's no cars also going into that lane, or no cars in front of us, then it doesn't do it. So we're going to find out, folks, how it handles Anacopper here in just a minute. I do love it for this city driving. It makes it much more relaxing because I've just got a set distance, and that distance is maintained by the car, and it just maintains a nice speed. It brakes, it steers, so it makes driving much, much, much more comfortable. What do you think, Nicole? Oop, Tesla.
Yeah.
Autopilot makes driving a little more easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll see if autopilot goes around this car or just waits. It's going to wait. All right, well, I guess that was a safe thing. I'm not quite sure how much narration you folks will want. You know, I could sit here and talk all day, or I could just kind of let you enjoy the beautiful scenery as we head up to this left-hand turn that seems to always give the car a hard time. What a gorgeous day, folks. It's 76 degrees here in Anacortes. Beautiful blue sky. We washed Amos earlier and our minivan. That was nice. I got the backyard mode, so that was good. I actually purchased an electric lawnmower, folks. Absolutely love it. Have never looked back. It is the best thing ever. Silent. It does my whole yard, and I've got about, maybe 1/8 of an acre worth of grass, maybe a little less. Takes care of the whole thing. In fact, I like the electric lawnmower so much, I went out and bought myself an electric weed whacker of the same brand, and then I went out and got an electric leaf blower, because it is just so wonderful to be able to go out and do your yard work and have ear pods in and listen to music, and not that terrible loud whining 2-stroke engine or 4-stroke engine of the lawnmowers. So yeah, I think somebody would really make a lot of money if they did a all green landscaping business where you just used electric landscaping tools. I think you'd make a ton of money, because you could advertise like, hey, we can work in any neighborhood at any time and we won't disturb your neighbors. That's like a pretty good deal if you ask me. All right, folks, we're up here. We're approaching our left-hand turn onto Anacopper. I've got some traffic behind me, nothing too close or too serious, and a little bit of traffic in front of me, and then we got some oncoming ferry traffic as well. So let's see how Amos, using autopilot, or full self-driving I should say, executes this turn. Oop, Model S. All right, we're approaching our turn. We've got a long string of traffic approaching us. Cars slowing down a little bit. Okay, and it's making like it's going to make the turn, and then it just turned out of it, and it's braking, and it's doing weird stuff, and I'm taking over it. So again, for whatever reason, folks, that corner is just the hardest thing for the car to execute, and I do not know why. So I'm going to keep trying these two, the turn on to 12th from Commercial, and then the turn from 12th or Oaks onto Anacopper. And hopefully with each successive version, things get a little better and the car will be able to handle those turns or correctly get in the right lane. So thank you for joining me as we go around this guy on a fat tire bike. Oh, look at that. The car did awesome. Big, big room. Nice and smooth. So definitely Tesla is on the right path. They're doing some very, very good work. But just got a little ways to go with some of the, I don't know, a little more difficult corner cases and things that the car just seems to struggle with, which for us has been left-hand turn lanes. I don't know if anybody else is struggling with that, but it seems like depending on where we're at, it either does really well, say Bellingham or Seattle, it will line up correctly. But once we're here in a little more rural area, or kind of the back roads are in the county, this is, you know, the back area of Anacortes, it doesn't seem to do as well. And that is just strange. So anyway, thank you again for joining me. I'm going to let my family talk now. They feel like they have to be quiet because they're sitting in the car with me. And I just appreciate you joining me, and I hope you like and subscribe. And I just have to share this view with you again, folks, as we are pulling home. as we're pulling home.
Jeez.
And you got to see that, right? I intervened. I know the car would have stopped in time, but again, we're not going to take any chances, and that guy was just not paying attention. Good Lord. Here I am trying to talk about all the beauty of Anacortes, and you see some asshole almost fucking drive right in front of me.
You can't use that.
Excuse my language. Anyway, my wife says I can't use that, but I will anyway.
There's a kid in the car.
Sometimes I say bad things, but not very often, folks.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So here we are turning on to our main road. Hey, thanks again for joining me.